Good morning, everyone. I welcome you all in our Sanjivani Sainik School and Junior College Sarjana Nagar Kopargaon. See students, in last lecture, we started with the first lesson of Standard 6 Science, Natural Resources, Air, Water and Land. In that lecture, we covered the topic the spheres on the earth, natural resources, proportion of land and water, air, the various constituents of air pollution, ozone layer, the importance of ozone layer, water and the need of water. Today, let's start with the next natural resource is called land. What is land? Land is seen in the form of stones, soil, big rocks. It is not flat everywhere. It is hilly in some places and flat in others. All terrestrial animals, including man, live on land. Some terrestrial dig burrows in the ground for shelter. This means that they use land for fulfilling their need. We also use land for farming and building houses and roads. We make use of plants and animals in the forests that grow on land. The mineral, crude oil, and natural gas obtained from the earth that is on land are very important for us. It means that land is an important natural resource. Students, now I am going to explain the various layers of land. Just observe the figure carefully. If the land has mature soil, the topmost layer is formed by the decomposition of remains of plants and animals. This layer is called humus. That is, humus is the first and the topmost layer of the land. It is usually found in dense forest. The land below this full of sand, soil, small stones, worms and insects, soils and pieces of bedrocks are found below this layer of land. This soil is immature soil, that is the second layer of the land. Further below this layer, the proportion of soil decreases and that of rock increases. This is the layer of bedrock. The main minerals in the soil are derived from these rocks. That is why soil in different region is different. The color and texture of soil are both determined by the bedrock. Now we are going to learn the process of soil formation. The soil on the land is formed by a natural process. The abiotic components of soil are supplied through the weathering of the bedrock. Due to heat, cold and water of the sun, wind and rain respectively, the bedrock breaks down into small pieces. Stones, sand and soil are formed from these pieces. Microbes, worms and insects are found among them. Rodents like mice and rats are also found here. The roots of trees growing on the land also weathering of rocks. The process of soil formation is very slow and continuous. It takes about 1,000 years for a 2.5 centimeter thick layer of mature soil to form. Soil can get destroyed in a short period due to floods, storms, and human activities such as mining. That is why it is necessary to conserve soil and to prevent erosion of land. The best remedy for this is to increase the green cover of the land. Erosion of land is reduced if grass, trees and bushes are grown in it. It means if you have to reduce the soil erosion, decrease the soil erosion, we have to plant more and more trees whenever possible. Students, humus is the layer formed on soil due to the decomposition of dead plants and animals by microbes. Humus supplies nutrients to the soil. Humus is also important for aerating the soil and for holding water in the soil. The proportion of humus in the upper layer of good fertile soil is about 33% to 50%. We get fuels like petrol, diesel, kerosene, paraffin and other useful materials like tar and wax from the fossil fuels called crude oil. Living things use land, water and air available on the earth, and so does man. However, the proportion of these resources that are actually put to use are very small as compared to the whole earth. Look at the following table. We are using land only 29%